was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 35-year-old Virginia resident Jonathan Mellis headed to the Capitol following Donald Trump's speech. He recorded multiple Instagram videos when he reached the restricted grounds. And in one video, he told viewers that they were, quote, going up. And then in another, he said, quote, "We ain't fucking leaving either." Mellis then mentioned the inauguration. He said Biden would never get there. So meaning like they would make sure that Biden was never inaugurated. And then Mellis said, quote, "We're banging on the goddamn doors is what we're doing, storming the fucking castle." So Mellis made his way over to the Lower West Terrace tunnel and he took a selfie showing the violence behind him. He then approached another man named Justin Jersey. Jersey was carrying a 4-foot-long, thick wooden stick. And Mellis told Jersey to, quote, "knock their masks off," meaning the police. Well, while Jersey was attacking and shoving the police, Mellis took his stick and he used it like a sword. And according to the prosecutor, he stabbed at numerous officers. He struck 2 of them in the face, head, neck, and body. Then Mellis threw the stick at the police, and then he moved back into the crowd. And then sometime later, he emerged from the mob and he was seen on video again. This time, he was hurling a 3-foot piece of plywood. He threw it over the police's riot shields into the tunnel, and the plywood ricocheted off the tunnel ceiling, and then it broke in half and fell on top of the police. After leaving the Capitol grounds, Mellis was interviewed by someone on Parler, and he said, quote, "Well, we grouped up on the inaugural podium, and then the cops were shooting pepper spray, tear gas, flashbangs, cattle prods, hitting us with crazy shit, and we forced our way into the hallway. They broke the window out right next to the hallway, and we were climbing in there." Then Mellis added, quote, "Antifa might have been in there and doing a little thing. I don't give a shit. Was Trumpers. We were there, and we were there to be heard. For sure. They will ignore us any other time. They will make excuses for the riots and the violence that BLM and Antifa do. And Antifa and BLM get everything they want every single time they throw a hissy fit and burn innocent buildings. We had a goal to occupy the fucking Capitol building. So BLM gets everything they want. Really? Yeah. Last time I checked, unarmed Black and brown people were still being murdered by the police without consequences. These people are clueless. They have no clue what BLM was all about or what Antifa means. Anyway, Mellis continued to incriminate himself and others online. In Facebook posts, he wrote, quote, "Don't you dare try to tell me that people are blaming this on Antifa and BLM. We proudly take responsibility for storming the castle. Antifa and BLM or too pussy. They just burn your business down. We are fighting for election integrity. They heard us." Ah, yes. Election integrity for the fairy tale about a stolen election that wasn't. So Mellis was arrested on February 11th of 2021, and he was charged with assaulting officers with a dangerous weapon, civil disorder, entering a restricted building or grounds, disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds, impeding passage on Capitol grounds, physical violence on Capitol grounds, and obstructing an official proceeding. In June of 2021, Mellis pleaded guilty to the assault charge. So he was looking at up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested 5 years in prison, 3 years of probation, $2,000 in restitution, and a fine of $88,464. That fine represents the amount of money that Mellis has raised on a Give, Send, Go page, where, of course, he plays the perpetual victim. Mellis claims that he's completely innocent. And as usual with these Hatriots, Mellis tried to portray himself as a hero. He claims he was trying to protect Officer Fanone, and he tried to save Roseanne Boylan, the woman who was trampled to death by Trump supporters. The video evidence absolutely proves otherwise. At the precise moment that another member of the mob was kneeling over Boylan and calling for help, Mellis was seen and heard on video telling Justin Jersey to hit the police. As for the whole Officer Fanone thing, Mellis was seen and heard in his own video. He's standing way in front, so far away from Officer Fanone, and he's yelling things like, "Don't hurt him," and "Show him that we're the merciful ones." How is that helping him? Anyway, even after Mellis took a plea deal, he continued to try to paint himself as a victim. And the prosecutor pointed out that Mellis is using prison laptops to post these BS statements and videos on social media. So these are laptops that are provided to the inmates so they can view discovery material for their upcoming trials. And yet Mellis is abusing the privilege, and he's using it to build his social media following. And you're also not going to be surprised to hear Mellis has quite a few run-ins in the past with the police. The prosecutor says that although his most recent conviction was back in 2008, Mellis was arrested on 7 other occasions that didn't result in a conviction. They were for assault and domestic assault in 2019, among the others. Those arrests, like I said, didn't result in conviction, but he was sentenced to 20 years in prison, with 10 years of that suspended for felony drug trafficking. U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss presided over Mellis' January 6 case, and unfortunately, I couldn't locate details about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but Mellis was sentenced to 51 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $20,000 in fines. And I assume he's going to receive credit for time served, so that means that he'll be out in about a year or so, because he's been incarcerated since his arrest in 2021. A repeat offender who blatantly attacked the police. He has a history of arrest for assault even. He's shown zero remorse. He continues to play the victim, and this judge could not give him the full 5-year sentence. And no, before you even ask, he is not a Trump appointee. This is another Obama judge. Anyway, I'll let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.